Hello, welcome back to Doki Literature Club Plus. I am recording this mere moments after recording the first one because I just need to know what's going to happen between my girls Sayori and Yuri. I'm too excited. I need to know. I need to make sure they're okay. I mean, I know they're okay. I've played the game, but I love them. Just at the end of the last one stressed me out because we got to see Sayori's perspective of because basically they read this book together, and it was like a really heavy book, especially if you're starting on the genre, fantasy. And so they were taking notes and everything, and Sayori was asking a lot of questions, and then she said something like, I want to keep going, because it's clearly making you feel really happy. And Yuri took that as, oh, Sayori didn't enjoy that at all, and she left really briskly and swiftly, feeling like she forced Sayori to do something she didn't want to do. And Sayori felt the opposite. Sayori felt like, oh, I just ruined this fun experience for Yuri because I'm an idiot. And I feel really bad for both of them, and I really hope that I hope that they come to an understanding. Get it? Because it's the title. Because they're very different people. Yeah. I'm very invested is what I'm saying. For the first time, Sayori is the first to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at the desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy, but my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best. But I'm letting everyone down. I'm always just a disappointment. Sayori continues to wrestle with self-deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. Minutes pass and nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monica. Gosh, I'm so late. Why offer help to students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. It could leave such a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there. Monica rounds the rounds the corner, approaching the clubroom, and as she does, Yuri? Yuri jumps to the sound of Monica's voice. She's sitting on the outside of the clubroom against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the clubroom is open. It's not... Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the clubroom through the window, then looks away. Actually, I was wondering if I could help you today instead. Huh? Me? With club publicity stuff? Yes. Monica is utterly confused. Why was Yuri asking this all of a sudden when she was so eager to spend time with Sayori before? Did they not get along after all? Monica looks into the clubroom and sees Sayori sitting alone inside. Okay, it's kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy for you to tag along. Me too. Monica is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict may have arisen. It's a little ironic she realizes that could be so conflict avoidant after having been from the debate club. Okay, so let's take a walk together. I just have to make copies of this flyer and go around billboards and replace the old ones with new ones. Yuri nods to set off. Oh, Sayori! To walk in silence. Without Sayori, Monica finds it quite hard to strike up conversation. Sayori! So, how's everything been going? Fine. That's good. Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monica tenses up at the stinted situation. How the heck does Sayori do it? Sorry I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers. Sayori told me. What'd you two end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. It's really starting to feel more like a literature club now. Yeah. It's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard the kind of reading you were into. But it's kind of stupid of me because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. It's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will have the same interests as me. But it's cool that you were able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that. She's not into it. Huh? She's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing it onto her. Ugh. Yuri! Yuri falls silent again, as if she started her thought but can't figure out how to continue it. Did something happen? Yuri sighs. No, it's just me. Yuri pauses. I'm thinking. A moment passes in silence, then Yuri shakes her head. I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I won't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club, it's just an issue with me. So I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it. Ah, Monica pauses and thinks. Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? If we're going to have all kinds of people joining this club, hopefully anyway, and learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with new club activities that everyone can be happy with. That everyone can be happy with? Not just only some people? Of course. I need to be looking out for everyone. Otherwise, what kind of club would it be? I see. Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs. Okay. Yuri takes a deep breath. I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. I just don't know how to, connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about an arbitrary topic? I could talk for hours about the things I'm into, unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So, yep, same Yuri. So I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored, made fun of, or taken pity on. And Sayori falls into the third category. What? Hold on. You're saying that Sayori is taking pity on you? Yuri nods. I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayori is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I pushed onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it. Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stopped short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down with her fists clenched. I think you should tell her that. I could never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic. Sayori is different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all she was trying to do. So if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship has only one person trying to cater to the other person's weird needs? I'm sorry, I'm making myself sound so... No, I think I'm starting to understand. Monica hesitates to finish her thought out loud. It's something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone willing to give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exasperating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better. Sayori wants to be your friend. I promise you that. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she has her own needs too. But good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. You just have to have good communication and talk about it. I don't have good communication. Yuri stops to shake her head. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head is just so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it. Yuri pauses to think. I want to hug Yuri. I'm so tired of this cycle that I'm creating for myself. I think I'm afraid of people pushing me away. I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I just push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me. Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales. I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session. But I understand now that I just need to communicate with her. You're totally fine. Oops, I knocked over my Pepsi. Luckily it's empty. It's for the club, remember? You're just helping me make the club a better place for everyone. Yeah. Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something. This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So thank you. Anytime! Monica smiles at Yuri. Just for a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monica's gaze, returning a shy smile of her own. I need to take a sip from my beverage. I hope Sayori's okay right now. She feels so bad about what happened yesterday. Yuri and Monica finished replacing old flyers with new ones. Sorry for all the noise. I'm gonna unplug my laptop really quick. Yuri and Monica were finished replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monica did most of the work while Yuri followed along. But as the club room once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. I can't do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great. Yuri sighs and shakes her head. I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will. Yuri starts down the door, but then turns to face Monica. You're just going to wait outside, are you? I can take a walk. Want me to get you a coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. I like to make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that's one downside of reading here in the club rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess that has nothing to do with this. You know, now that you mention it, I bet we could get permission to keep stuff for tea in the club room. You can use, like, an electric kettle with to heat up water, right? Would that really be possible? I'll look into it. I think that'd be great. Yuri smiles and nods at the thought. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck. Monica waves at Yuri, then turns to depart down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her. Go, Yuri! But it must be done. Taking one deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the clubroom door. Come on, Yuri. Yuri? Wait, hold on, I'm not done yet. Sayori shuffles a bunch of papers around. Sayori stammers. Her words suddenly caught in her throat. At that moment, she realizes how Sayori has been spending her afternoon. I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first. But I'm got most of the way through it. And look! Sayori holds up a sheet of paper. It's a page of notes, beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair. I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me, so I've been trying really hard. Stop. Yuri presses her fist against her forehead. Please stop. I can't take this. Yuri. Yuri's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting. I'm sorry. Sayori looks away in guilt. Did I do something wrong? I don't understand, so if I did something wrong, please tell me. Yuri shakes her head. No, it's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought if we did something together that you really like... I don't want your pity. Why did I do that? Yuri sinks to her knees. Her voice squeaks. I'm sorry. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard to just articulate your thoughts? I don't know, Yuri. Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayori or the rest of the world. She should just leave, just escape from here. And before Monica sees her like this, and before Sayori tells Monica what she did, but before Yuri can put any strength into her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind. Oh. Sorry, trying to close this. Oh, poor Yuri. Yuri, everybody loves you. Yuri. I love Yuri. It's okay. Yuri whispers in a soothing voice. It's okay. It's okay. Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself. I understand. I understand the feeling that the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things you're trying to say. I know that must be what you're feeling right now. I promise, I understand that. So I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings, and we'll talk about them together, okay? Yuri sniffles again, then nods her head. Poor Yuri. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, then speaks while steadying her voice. I think I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people. It makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am. Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue. I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought that was finally my chance to make friends through my interests, because my interests are the only things I know how to talk about. That's all I have going for me. But then, whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessed in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person, but how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people, and stop ruining things for myself. That's all. Yuri finishes her thought, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sayori, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall beneath her arms, realizes that as well. Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. You know, you were so great at helping me while we were reading. So I'll help you with the things you need too. But I feel like it would just be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes. That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid you'd get frustrated with me. But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience. Yeah, I know, but my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right? Yeah. Irrational fears. Well, you know, there's no way that you can frustrate me, because I already like you as the person that you are. I know you said you had a hard time believing that, but I promise that it's true. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know, worrying so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club. I mean, she's not wrong, Yuri. But it's the best part that we're all different. We have so many different interests, like about the book. I'm reading it because I want to, I promise. That's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but try not to make that... But it's not a mistake that for me... But try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we could never discover new things if we didn't try them first, right? I want to learn the reasons you love it so much. And in the end, it's not for me. If it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'll be glad that I tried it and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart. And I want that to rub off on me. Aw, just a little smile. Yuri fights back a smile at that comment. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the caress of Sayori's arms. Your hair is so pretty. I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off. So Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels it's okay just listening, rather than worrying about so much about saying the right thing. Sayori, seeing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be difficult to feel relaxed around other people. But if the literature club can make that happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience. Well then, and you take a sip. Well then, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading. That's what I wanted to hear. But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please just be honest about it. I won't be offended. Of course. I'm not planning to judge you or anything. Judge anything this early on, though. So we'll just see what happens. Oh, and, It's not good to touch people without their consent first. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. Oh, you didn't. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying... I'm back! Monica's back! I haven't seen you, like, at all recently. Sayori trots over to Monica. She whispers loudly, can I hug you? Sure, Sayori. Sayori wraps her arms around Monica. Oh yeah, Yuri, it might be good to know. Sayori can be kind of a hug monster. Hey, don't call me a monster. Artemis? Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster. Yuri laughs. Monica perplexedly looks at the two of them, then smiles. I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. It's like our first real activity as the literature club. Oh, about that. Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests. I think that it would be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you and learn about the things that you like. Yes! Do you like poetry? Yuri smiles. Wow, that was so sweet. Oh, Yuri! I mean, Sayori. Oh my god. Oh, she drew the ball. They're so cute. Look at Natsuki. Oh, there's that pillow she has. Don't forget to ask Monica about this. Silly, awesome, yawny, optimistic, really fun. I can't think of an I word. God, she's so cute. Cute! You are loved. Thanks, Sayori. I love this Natsuki drawing. Just like, I'm Natsuki, I'm mad. Wow. Oh my god. It's so cute. Oh my god, I love that. This is nice and relaxing. Anyway, I guess that'll be it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. That was really sweet. That was really sweet. I bet the next one is Natsuki, which I'm hoping. But I loved that. That was so sweet. Love that. Alright. Like, comment, subscribe, all that Jiminy Jazz, and I will see y'all later. Bye-bye!